All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa here at Cold Creek Lanes in Lafayette. This will be a stair-step final, but this afternoon we have a tie for fifth place between Al Arcetta of Denver, Greg Strayer of Westminster, both tied at 96 over in the semifinals. So the loser of this match will finish in sixth place for $115, and then the winner will get into the stair-step finals, where if he goes up the ladder, he could win almost $1,800. This is frame one of our roll-off. Aller said had the higher game in the semis, so he has elected to lead the match. Okay, starts out converting to 139. And now you get your first look at Greg Strayer out of Westminster. Crosses over, leaves the 6. This weekend they're on the red square Team USA pattern, 40 feet flat. This is a pattern that we're going to be using for our spring regional at Arapahoe Bowl, April 20th to the 22nd. So had a good turnout. A lot of bowlers came out to practice on this pattern for that big event coming up in 3 weeks. All right, makes a spare. In this event here, this one-game roll-off, Greg Strayer will have an 11-pin advantage, and with both bowlers sparing in the first frame, he keeps that 11-pin advantage going into frame 2. Oh, a little light. 1, 2, 4. Hold on. Nope. Just hooks by it. So he's 9 out. Frame 2 gives him 26 after 2.
Can you roll some practice balls like when they're halfway through? Loosen himself up since he's been sick.
Once this is over. Ooh, looked pretty good. Left himself the 10-pin. Yeah, you can start practicing at 21 and 22, but make sure that there's between shots from these guys. Oh, okay, both bowlers open in the second frame, but Al's got 2-pin advantage. But now he's down 9. That's much better. Nice shot. There we go. All right, Al comes back in kind, gets strike, frame 3. All right, Greg responds also, striking the 3rd. Ooh, a little high, leaves 4-7. It was a good shot. And Greg going after the 4-7. No problem. All right. So 46 in the third with a spare in the fourth. Al can double here and get some of that lead back, or get some of that handicap deficit back. And he does. All right. Begging for Brooklyn, and he carries. And he does. All right. So double Brooklyn gives him a 3-bagger. And we're close to being tied right now. Nolan Sweeper King Carruthers has joined us this afternoon. Ooh.
The broom out, baby.
Yeah.
I was sweeping.
I thought you said you were sleeping.
No, sweeping.
Oh, okay.
I was sweeping.
And unfortunately, Greg leaves a big 4. All right, gets us 2.
So what do we got going?
He's got 70 in the fifth, and Al is on a 3-bagger, extending the lead, even though he had a spot Greg 11. This is frame number 6. Halfway through our roll-off. Oh, high again. This time leaves a 4-7-10 or 6-7-10. Back-to-back big splits.
They're rough right now.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
A lot of bowling on them, and they're getting toasty. That's close.
Oh.
Ooh. Wow. That was a hell of a try. All right, 78 in the sixth, I believe. Other side, Al. Spare 3-bagger for Al Ursetta, 8-time champion.
That's
Nope.
trouble.
Yeah. Didn't put anything on it. Kind of let it go. 1, 2, 4.
Cover. No, he
Chopped it. Okay, so he's got 113 in the sixth to Greg's 78. Still up 24. With 4 frames to go.
He's got a chance.
Almost.
Crushed 8.
Yeah, crushed it. Al is entertainment all by himself. No, we could sell tickets
I bet you could.
just to watch him bowl in the finals.
I bet it could be exciting playing solitaire at home alone.
There you go. The sequel.
That would be awesome.
But the family would want to leave, for real. They knew he's there, but they're leaving him there. That's the only difference. Oh, he didn't like that one.
It was 5-pin.
Run away, leaves a 5. This game is quickly eluding Greg. Greg had a good weekend. He bowled very well, both in qualifying and in the semis. Oops. Is that going to
It'll
hold?
work. It'll work.
Okay. You got a better angle on it than I
Of
do.
course I do. I'm right-eyed.
And I'm left with it, so we're good.
That's a perfect team right there.
Absolutely. All right. Greg needs to get something going here. String of strikes would sure help. Down 14 with 3 to go.
Got a chance. Nice
Beautiful
shot.
Beautiful shot. There we go. 98 in the 7th, strike in the 8th, which is exactly what he needed. See if he can close some ground here.
I like that. I like
Well,
it.
you liked it too. And unfortunately, he was on the wrong side again. No.
Albert.
After 15 years, you think you'd get it right?
You hate wasting that, though. It just,
Oh, yeah,
man,
sure.
It bugs the hell out of me.
Let's see if we can repeat it.
And there
Oh,
you go.
Ooh. Oop, 1, 2, 10. Needs to make us. Greg's strike in the 8th is looming large at this point. This could be a quick turnaround. He's going to give it a shot. Ooh. All right, so he's open in the 8th, 139. Rookies.
What are you going to do?
Oh, Lord. I can't kill him. Boom.
It's going to
There
work.
we go. All right. That's huge also. Foundation frame strike.
Absolutely.
All right. Come on. Now it's Greg's turn to step up here. Make it a very interesting. Double makes it an even match. Maybe I don't want to see that.
Oh, boy.
Stepniak be rolling.
I haven't seen Joe.
He hurt himself snow blowing in our blizzard.
Hit it.
Oh, that's a good shot. Couldn't get the 9 out. He was very lucky. From what Daryl Johnson told me, he slipped and the snowblower kind of fell on him, but the blade didn't
Really?
get him, but he's bruised. So he's gonna need a week or two to recoup. Or you can go with plan B, which is his wife beat the
Yeah.
one out of him.
Oh.
I kind of like that, though.
Well, I kind of like somebody probably did. Some liberal pounded him out.
There you go. Ritter found out where he lived. All right, so best Greg can do.
Drew Hyland got a hold of him.
There you go. Best Greg can do is 168 scratch. And 41 would give him 210. This match is not over.
It's got a chance. There you go.
Yeah, all right. Big ball. Come on. This is going to get interesting. Go right down to the 10th frame. Could be the last ball.
It's got a
Hold.
shot. Nice shot.
He needed that big time. That was huge.
It sure was.
Wow, he needs at least 9 to force out to throw the first one. Big ball.
Go left. No, he crushed
Wow,
it.
he crushes
I
3
lost it.
shots, giving him 209. Al gets 30 pins. If he goes spare strike for 79 and 30's 209, we have a tie. So Either please get the first one or absolutely don't do anything else. Let's see what'll happen.
It's over.
Uh-oh.
No, he could go spare strike and tie.
Spare strike and tie. Stepniak's jumping up and down on his sofa. No, he can't jump up and down. Not with a bruised leg. He's got his granddaughter jumping up.
Come on, Al. Got to pull for him. This makes good drama right here. Come
Absolutely.
on, Al. Come on, buddy. He missed it. Oh, he got it.
Wow.
I thought it was falling off. Did you?
I did too.
Strike here, tie.
Mice must strike. You know it's going to happen.
He will run this out 20 lanes and sprain an ankle.
If there was 48 lanes in the center, he'd run all 48 out. Let's see what happens.
Strike ties us.
Let's see.
He threw it. It's over. It's over.
Wow, in a very close match, Greg Strayer wins 209-207. So Greg will advance into our stair-step final.
This is just the beginning. I need a drink.
Okay. So with that, we're going to step aside here for just a second for editing purposes and for bartending purposes, and we will be right back here at Coal Creek Lanes in Lafayette. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorso at Nolan Carruthers. I found my color analyst while we were starting early.
I didn't know that you.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't know.
right.
I was get close.
This is our top 5 today. Greg Strayer won the roll-off, beating Al Arcetta. So he's our 5th-seeded player going up against 4th-seed Gary Fridley of North Glen. Gary's going to have Greg lead the match. And shake hands, and here we go. Match number 1 of our stair-step finals.
I was down in the lower room collecting checks.
Oh, that's right. You were Mr. Pay Window this weekend. Yeah.
4 checks. That's
4.
2 weeks in a row.
Yep.
4 checks.
You're way over average now.
I want to run. The law of averages with me.
All right. Greg Strayer with a huge finish in that tiebreaker
Nice
to get here. And
shot.
he keeps going with what he finished with. Easily could have had the last 5 in that roll-off match, but he went strike spare and struck out in the 10th frame.
That was a good match.
It was a good match.
Him and Al.
Yeah, very good. First look at Gary Fridley. And, crosses over and carries. So
There
both
you go.
bowlers on a strike. 3-pin difference in handicap in this one.
Good turnout, Nick.
Yes, very good turnout. Well, a lot of it had to do with, a lot of guys came pretty good distance because they wanted to practice on this
Right.
pattern for the regional tournament at Arapaho, April 20th to the 22nd. All monies are guaranteed. $10,000 first, $5,000 second, $2,500 third, $1,250 for fourth. Minimum last cash in the semis at $125. We got bowling balls, a raffle off and giveaway. We got all kinds of goodies. Pro shops in the area have kicked in $300 each for our side pots for Friday night and for added prize money.
Getting there. Washout.
All right, Gary, 1, 2, 4, 10. You want to strike, though, so get as much as you can. 5th place today at $342. 4th place at $367. 3rd goes to $585. 2nd at $970, and our winner today, $1,840.
And next week it grows.
It's $2,100 and change next week on Cheetah.
I like cheetah. It's got a chance.
No, it's going
jumped.
to hook away. Yeah, he eased up on his ball speed. And on this pattern right now, with as much play as we've had on it,
There's
it's
been
just
some
going to
traffic.
walk. Yeah. Yeah, we had almost 60 bowlers on Sunday morning for our 2 special entry squads.
I had a interesting semis today. I paired up with C.J. Anderson. That was fun.
He is a character.
He is a character.
Ooh, Mixer doesn't get out to 7. Yeah, CJ's quite the character. It took him 4 times, but he finally made the cut.
Oh, did he bowl 4 times?
And the only reason he did that because his brother Brandon made it after the 2nd time.
Oh,
so
he
at
did?
that point he's gone. Yeah, at that point he's going, oh yeah, I got to beat him.
Brandon
Edwards Sr. out of Pittsburgh, California. All right, Greg makes the 7.
I was looking at this sheet, and Ramon Bates from Houston, Texas.
Where do you see Houston, Texas?
Never
in that?
mind. Wow. I saw the O and the U, and I just threw Houston in there.
Okay, that's enough for you. We're going back to coffee or hot chocolate or something.
Let's just send Ramon to Houston.
Okay, we could do that.
I'd be fine with that. Friday nights, he gives me a headache. Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
That carries.
Mixer that carries.
A 5-7 was spooky.
Ben Illich made the 5-7 3 times today
He did?
and missed the 5-pin 3 times today. And I'm not even going to ask how you do that.
That's huh. That's crazy.
All right, frame 3 for Gary. Again, this is a close match, only 3-pin difference in handicap. Oh, that was a good shot. Very nice. Very nice.
I'm 2 for 2 on the red square.
Are you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that doesn't mean anything. But
Means a lot
I'm 2
to
for
me.
2. I'm 2 for 2. You've had it twice, and the first time you had it's when I kind of got out of my rut. Then I didn't make a cut for another 2 years. Then I slammed 2 in a row. I'm on fire. Till the semis.
That's why I have the fire extinguisher right next to me,
Thank
just
you.
in case. All right, Gary. Let's see who's going to be able to double here. Only down 13. Plenty early.
I like
that looks
it.
good.
That's a great shot.
That was a great shot. All right. Extends his lead. Now Greg's got to respond in kind here and keep it fairly close. Early in our first match of 4. Next week at Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge, I-70 in Kipling, Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Then we go down to AMF Bellevue in Inglewood. And we'll be on this pattern once again, getting ready for the following week at Arapahoe Bowl in Greenwood Village for our spring regional.
Qualifying begins Friday night.
Friday night at 6 o'clock. First block is 6, 8, and 10 Friday night. Guaranteed side pots, $100 a game.
God, I wish I could make that. I've got league Friday night.
Get a sub.
I might have to.
Can't get a sub, get a
Get somebody.
PT book.
Get somebody. Get him a canoe.
You guys got, what, about 4 weeks left? Something like that? 3 weeks left?
Something like that. That'll work.
Oh, boy, Greg. All right.
Something like they're all wrapping up.
Yep. We got 2 weeks left Thursday night, and I think we got 3 weeks left Wednesday night in the scratch league.
And you guys advanced in the playoffs.
Incredibly.
And
After spotting the team 162 pins in the first game, we rallied.
And there you had them right where you wanted them. Isn't that what you told me?
Yeah. Beat them in games 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, I like that.
Hold.
Oh, it didn't hold.
Oh, and he did get a break. Got out to 10. All right. Yeah, again, that's a 1-point league, so you're bowling 4 games for 1 point.
Yeah.
And we couldn't have bowled any worse than humanly possible the first game. Our high scratch game, obviously, 204.
That's pretty low.
And then we had 152, 149, and 180.
Ugh.
And then came back, beat them second game by 100, beat them the third game by 80, and beat them the last game by 150 or something.
And you were very consistent that night.
Oh, yeah, right. 150, 160, 260, 220. Unbelievable.
Got locked in.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, for 9 frames of game 3.
Wow, 220's not bad.
Yeah. But I probably had 11 opens
And
in 4 games. That was horrible.
And you won the total by how much?
Easily 100 and, maybe 180.
So you're down 100 and some after
160 and win by 180.
It's a 300 and some pin swing.
Yep, yep.
That's crazy.
Combination of us bowling very well, and they lost their luck and never got it back.
Have you checked on any of them to see if they're okay?
No. All right,
carried
Gary.
that.
Gary with a 3-bagger.
He bowed to it. Bowed to the bowling gods. That's not a bad idea.
No.
I cuss him out.
Yeah, that is a great league. That NFL
No,
scratch.
it's so fun. And I'm on a roster now. They had to roster me.
Okay, so
Because-
that you could bowl.
Yeah,
Right?
well, there's nobody going to miss now. Not while they're in the
You
hunt.
don't, well, unless
They lose
their
this
job,
week.
unless their job takes them out of town. There's not much you can do about
They
that.
lose this week. I'll get a call for the next 3 weeks. Hey, you want to? Yeah.
Yeah, but everything still counts, though. All the most valuable bowler points and
Nice shot.
still. Ooh, that was good. Little low pocket. Yeah, but your wins are still critical for money. So,
Yeah. But
the wild thing is, I believe from what I heard, 8 teams in the NFC, obviously 8 teams in the AFC. The top 4 teams in the NFC lost
they did.
the first week.
They
That's
did.
unbelievable. So that's a complete crapshoot now. Ooh, will it
That
hold?
fell off
I don't
his
think
hand.
so. Yep.
Just fell off.
Yep. So we got 111 in the 6th. see. Greg with a mark. Could technically go 118 in the sixth. This could be a 3-pin game with a mark. And here we go again.
I like that shot.
Very good. He has thrown some really good shots all weekend.
He's going right down 18. And he hasn't missed.
No.
He hits 18 and it's money.
Yeah. Now we have 2 non-champions in our top 5 today. Greg Strider, of course, out of Westminster, and newcomer Robbie Tafoya out of Denver. Robbie making his first cut period, and
in his first tournament,
parlays it into the finals. I think this was his second singles tournament.
Okay.
His dad, Pat, actually won an ABT title at Sonesta in the early 80s, in our infancy, like 84, even before I came into town. Sonesta was one of the foundation centers for getting ABT started, that Northgate Celebrity Sports Center.
Before you?
AAA, yep. All right, good shot. And we got ourselves a cooker again. We're looking at a 4-pin difference right now. Gary can mark. Winner of this match is going to take on Robbie Tafoya, and then our second seed, Frank Santarelli, absolutely unconscious.
Good for Frank.
209 over in qualifying.
Yeah, I know.
105 over in the semis. And then our overall leader, Greg Davies, who was right on his heels in qualifying, he overtook him in the semis. 151 over to be the tournament leader.
Now he put 2 big games
Huge
up in
games.
qualifying.
Oh.
He was over 500 scratch.
Yeah.
I asked him, I said, are you in the scratch sweeper? And he just smiled. I said, you son of a gun.
Fortunately for you, he wasn't 50 years old. He'd take you out a senior one, too.
Hey, I just turned 50. Give me a break.
Yeah. Speaking of anniversaries,
Yes.
29 years ago this weekend,
Yes.
it was my first ABT tournament.
Really?
Yep.
This weekend, 29 years.
I took it over April 1st, 1987.
Congratulations. All jokes aside,
That's-
you do a wonderful
that's a
job.
lot of
I'm telling you,
tournaments.
I don't tell you nice stuff a lot.
Very rarely, unless you're unconscious. Yeah, I know.
Well, I have had a drink. But really, you do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
That's all I got to
Come
say
on.
about that.
And we'll leave it right where it was. Okay. All right, 129. A little bit of a hiccup here, back-to-back opens.
His shoulder opened up on that shot.
Yeah.
He's playing 10.
Gary has had a very, very rough year. He's had back issues for probably 18 months, and to tell you how bad he's been struggling, he's got 14 bonus
Does he?
spins. That means he hasn't cashed in 17 tournaments.
Right. He covered that.
Very nice. All right, very good. So you got 119 in the 7th with a spare in the 8th.
And I'll tell you what, and this is from experience, when you start packing in bonus sticks, it's no fun.
No.
I mean, you come out here and you grind week after week after week.
People say, "Oh, look at all those bonus spins
Yeah.
you got," and I go, "You know what?
Oh,
I'll give you those bonus spins if I can get a
yeah.
check.
It's-
Please let me have a check. Let me make it." Oh, didn't quite get up the hill.
Oh, he kicked the
Wow.
2 out.
I think it's Greg's day.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Those steroids are working.
That's 110 pin you're glad to have.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, on a spare, that count was huge.
He hit 16 on that shot.
Yeah, he was.
Couple right.
Couple right, a little quick. His ball speed's actually pretty
There you
pretty
go.
consistent. Good shot on the 10. Okay, Greg up by 15 with 2 frames to go. It was back-to-back opens by Gary. He's going to hone him, especially at single pin miss. Greg clean through 8 right now. Okay. Will it sit?
Like it.
Beautiful.
Nice
Beautiful
shot.
shot. Well, Mr. Fridley, you got to punch out and hope for major help here.
You know, you had close to the same amount of bowlers at 1 o'clock as you had
Yes.
in the semis.
Yes?
Close.
Yeah.
And the cut was 70 pins different. How do you figure that out?
Well, because the track, enough guys are playing the same part of the lane, track opens up, and now you have room. And again, the smart play is to move everything inside, move your feet left for right-handers I'm talking about. And they just, all of a sudden, the look was great. On fresh is brutal.
And it went down 40 between the first cut and the second cut today.
Yep, sure.
When you think it would have,
Gone
usually
the
that's
opposite.
that. Yeah.
Correct. Yep. Oh, come on, Gary. Come on, Gary. Nice shot. Makes the 110.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's enough. I think you can call this one.
That washout looks different than the 1, 2, 3, or the 1, 2, 4, 10. It just the 110 looks tougher.
Bizarre.
It is. It's just not right. And I will call this one.
17's having a hiccup here, so let's see. Gary right now is down 20 scratch. So he's down 17. He's got to strike out and hope that Greg has a horrible 10th frame, which I don't think is going to happen. So, all right. So now they called a timeout on Gary. Made him wait.
I had a timeout on 19 today.
Okay, unless a miracle should happen here. It looks like Gary Fridley's going to finish in 5th place today, but he'll take home $342. And Greg Strayer is going to advance and meet our 3rd-seeded player, Robbie Tafoya. First time for Rob. I'm sure there'll be some nerves involved there. Robbie's a lefty. And then the 2 bowlers that just lit it up all weekend, Greg Davies and Frank Santarelli. That'll be fun to watch if it gets to those 2 guys.
I'm so glad that Frank's feeling better.
Yeah, me too.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
It's a good shot.
Maybe. Boom.
Great shot.
Wow. Well, that timeout worked.
It did
Gary.
work. He's wanting another one right now.
Absolutely.
And he might get it.
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah.
Just load and go.
Yep.
Nice.
Sit.
Oh, it didn't sit.
Creeped up just a little on him. So that's going to be the end of Gary today. But he had a good tournament. Like we said, it's good to see him back at the window.
Yeah, you get to that window, it's all good.
Yep, absolutely.
I was away from that window for 78 weeks straight.
And good shot. All right, so Gary 177, 221 with handicap, but it's not enough. Greg's going to mop up here.
Face.
Oh, very lucky just to leave the 9. More than enough, though.
Oh.
Another check.
My wallet's so thick with checks. The last 2 weeks have been pretty good. I haven't got to the dance, but I got an invitation.
All right, so with a strike, Greg's going to shoot 197 scratch, 238 with handicap.
Solid.
Was very solid. Clean game.
Absolutely.
All right, 195 and 41 for 236 defeats Gary Fridley with 221. All right, we're going to step aside. This is match number 1. We're getting ready for match number 2. That'll be Greg Strayer up against our third seed, Robbie Tafoya. Again, you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Colt Creek Lanes in Lafayette. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lasorsa with Nolan Carruthers here at Coal Creek Lanes in Lafayette. This is match number 2 of our stair-step finals. Greg Strayer winning a roll-off, and his first match is now up against our 3rd seed, Robbie Tafoya out of Denver. Gentlemen, go ahead and shake hands, and we'll begin. Robbie making his first appearance in the top 5 and only his 2nd singles tournament, Nolan.
That's amazing. He could either be really nervous or very calm.
Yeah, it's going to be one way or the
other.
Yep, I agree. It's almost like he's in a I can't lose situation because he's done great.
No, it's awesome. If you can find that mindset.
Yes.
You know, I had a great weekend. This is just fun.
Yeah.
We'll know now.
Yep. All right. Crosses over a little bit. No thumber. Big kid. Throws hard. A 9 or 11 pin advantage to Robbie here from Greg Strayer.
Did Greg qualify today?
No, Greg qualified yesterday.
So
did Robbie. The only one left that qualified today was Greg Davies.
Okay. That'll work.
Yep. All right. So we got a spare right out of the gate. That's got to make him feel good.
Sure. So Greg is on game 6 today.
Yep. Yep. No, he's more than that.
Well, 3 in the
Oh,
7.
no. Yeah. I'm getting your math from last week.
No, that was a snafu. That's not normal. Nice shot.
Oh.
I want to go down and kick it.
That was high flush.
Yes, it
7
was.
pin. I hate that more than this 10 pin. I really do.
Absolutely.
You throw the ball that good and don't carry, you gotta start asking yourself something.
You're going to remember this. Sam's Town. Noah Elick
Noah Elick.
crushed that shot.
Yep, for a title.
For the Masters title.
Yep.
A year later, him and Ben both won.
Yep. Which is pretty cool.
It's
Yeah,
great.
but
You can't make that stuff up.
No, he could not have thrown the ball any better.
No.
And actually, the wild part was the following year, I believe. He wins the Masters. Jason Poole finishes 2nd.
Yes.
And then Ben wins the Classic.
Yes.
Noah's brother, unbelievable. The odds were staggering.
Well, Jason Poole and Ben bowled each other.
Yes.
In the Classic.
Yep. And it was amazing.
And I remember Jason Poole making a ball change. I hope he's listening. He made a ball change in the 8th frame on a double. He just crushed it. And he made a ball change. And I'm like, what are you doing? What? And he got an 8 count. I'm like, you and Ben have a deal?
Oh, my God. All right, good job. So 2 spares for Greg, spare for Robbie. I can never figure that out unless, again,
You're fishing.
well, the motion of the ball changed. He got lucky to get a strike. Okay, and he says, I'm not going to let that thing, it's changing. I got to make a ball change or I got to move. But if he jacked the rack and changes equipment,
Nice shot.
I have to go seek psychiatric help.
Well,
on
no,
that
we're
one.
talking Jason Poole.
Well,
He
okay.
needs psychiatric help anyway. Jason, I love you, man, but you need a doctor. Period.
Well paid and highly qualified.
Ask Jolene. She'll tell you.
Hell with that, we'll ask Leanne.
Leanne really knows.
All right, let's see if Robbie can add to his lead here with a double. That looks pretty good, Nolan.
It's going to work.
High, but he kicks out to 6-8.
And I think he's having fun now.
You think?
Yep.
Wow. Spare double. He increased his lead. 23. 33, actually, with the double. We heard from Joe Stepniak. Oh, he's watching.
Nice shot. Oh, flat 10.
He's on injured reserve. Yeah, but that means that he has to be released. So now I control his fate. Because I can just say, Joe, I'm sorry, I haven't released you for competition.
And I think you should keep it that way for 17 years.
Well, we could review it after like a decade or something.
Hang on.
No, he knew he.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, he knew he flattened that one out.
He's starting to get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, Robbie's come out of the gate strong.
Very strong.
Putting some pressure on Greg.
18 has changed on Greg. He right down 18, and that was everything looked the same. It was a flat 10. That's left.
Sit. Ooh.
Kick the 10 out.
No love. Leaves a 4-7. Meanwhile, the two thoroughbreds are in the wings.
Yep.
Frank Santorelli of Longmont, Greg Davies of Inglewood.
Greg's might pick to click.
Uh-oh.
I didn't even give you a chance, did I? I snuck that in.
No, you know what? I'm going to go with Santorelli. I'm going to go with Frank.
Look.
Dude, would you pay these people off or what?
Oh.
You're getting backed up now. Wow.
I don't know.
Where's Ramon at? He's setting you up.
Ramon's gone. Oh, man.
Uh-oh. He fleeked that out a little bit. Yep.
Left the fence.
Yep. 1, 3, 6, 10.
God.
On a double. There's a little bit of pink out here. You know, your reputation precedes you, you know.
It's well earned.
I don't know if it's well earned.
I don't know.
Or even well deserved. I'm not sure.
It's deserved. I went to hell and checked things out.
Really? Ooh. Couldn't quite. He's open to a possible 66 for Greg Strayer.
You got to let that go.
Yep. So 8 and 9, he's still down 17. Or 19.
Do you need my help?
No, I have my big calculator, one with the big numbers that you can't miss. It's like those AARP phones. You know, the numbers are like 4 inches across.
Hang on.
He called it, but runs away, leaves a 5. You know, the funny, you can tell who's been in this situation time and time again.
Absolutely.
Greg knows he's behind a little bit here, but he's very relaxed, very reserved. He knows that it's just one shot at a time, and lots can happen.
You have an open like he did there, and then things start creeping in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not saying they are with him, but they sure can.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Your first time?
Yeah, I actually can't. Robbie's doing just fine. Spare, double open, spare. And Greg had that 10-pin miss on this frame.
See if he makes an adjustment on this.
So, frame 5. That looks pretty good.
It's high. It
Oh,
carried.
and he did carry to 4. Yeah, it did come up high, but he carried to 4.
That was closer to 20. I don't know if he made that adjustment or not, but
All right, down 19, but he can cut it to 9 with a double.
it's a good shot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
No,
wide
he
right.
didn't like it.
210.
Yep, 210. And that was the one bad thing about this pattern. If
Yes.
you did leak it, I mean, that was almost like it fell off his hand by
Yes.
the guys that would just really throw the ball with a lot of speed out there. The ball just would not recover. See 2-8-10, 2-4-8-10. That one got a little unfortunate there. I thought it was going to get back just enough to leave him something he could make. Not saying he can't make it, but much more difficult. He needed that too. He's on a strike. He could have really cut that lead down.
Nice.
Ooh,
that
was
was
so close. Wow. So So he's open in the sixth. 92 in the sixth. And with a mark, Robbie could be in the 90s in the fifth, plus his handicap difference. So he could be in the 30s.
He's gotten a little fast the last two shots.
Yeah.
He's still a little fast.
That was evident there. Yeah.
Yes.
But a makeable spare. 1-3.
Start that pumping up, and
Oh, yeah.
you know, it kicks
Adrenaline,
in,
here we go.
adrenaline kicks in, and
Yep.
all of a sudden you're Hercules. Just cover this.
Goes at it hard and straight. Good
There
shot.
you go.
All right. 102 in the sixth with a spare. To Greg's 92 in the sixth with an open.
Cody and Kiana, I have your order ready at the snack bar.
So now he's up
Cody and
31
Kiana.
pins. 4 frames to go. Again, fourth place today is 367. Uh-oh.
Trouble.
Wow, I'm surprised that stayed on the lane. 1-5-10.
That's not easy. He's really fast right now.
Yeah.
Rushing everything.
He's going to take a deep breath
Yes.
and relax. I mean, he's
And
got a sizable lead right now, but unless he realizes that he just needs to chill out, this sizable lead can disappear very quickly.
Man, it can vanish. And this is really tough.
Ooh, good try. Excellent try. So he's open in the seventh. All right, this is Greg's golden opportunity to get back in this match. He can cut the lead to 17 with a mark. And if he can double, he'll be down to 7 pins. And then anything could happen.
It's
No,
nice
it's
shot. There's that flat 10 again.
Yeah.
He's in a position now of over-under,
Yeah.
you know?
And sometimes you're afraid to make that slight little move,
Oh,
worrying
yeah.
that the ball's going to jump just enough to leave you something you can't make.
Especially where he's playing.
Yeah.
Thinking split city, you know?
Yeah, sure. Okay, much better there. Makes his 10 pin. All right. Strike here, cuts the lead to 17. And still very much in the match. As we saw in that roll-off,
Oh, yeah.
he came from
Yep.
pretty much out of it to win by 2 pins over Alarceta.
How's
That
it
looks
look?
pretty good.
Nice
Boom.
shot.
Here we go. Tell you what, he has stepped up and made some great shots when he's had to.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressed. And he puts himself in a good position.
Sure does.
Now it's forcing Robbie to respond.
That's not bad.
Oh. Hooked up
4,
right
6,
at the end.
10.
4, 6, 10. Get 2. Every pin's going to count here. You're not going to make it, so I might as well get 2 and put that out of your mind and go to lane 17 and throw a good shot. Looks like he's going to do just that. Oop, gets one. So he's 126 in the 8th with an open. All of a sudden, with a spare, Greg can get the lead to 5, and if he doubles, can take the lead by 5. What a turnaround here. Frame and a half ago, we're 30-pin cushion, and now you're in danger of losing your lead with
And
2 frames to go.
Like you said earlier, here's the experience factor.
Yep. Oh, that could have easily
It could
carried.
have. It could have.
Leaves the 8 on a crossover. remind me when we get to see Frank. I'll make a comment about what I saw this afternoon that I never thought I'd see.
All right.
Which for him is fantastic, and we'll get into that in just a little bit.
I'll let you know.
All right, so Robbie Tafoya makes his spare in the ninth. And once again, Greg is in a situation where he's got to throw a good shot. He hasn't been able to on this lane in
There's just
all game.
just not finishing on this right side.
Just not quite. How does he tweak his feet right and give himself a chance?
Or play it safe.
We'll see.
Not leaving 8-10. I like that. That was a good shot.
That was a Lane Bradford 7 pin.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Oh, my goodness.
He can shake his head all he wants. I'm shaking mine.
Wow. That was
smoked.
That was a monster. Wow.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Make the spare.
You can't throw it any better than that.
Is make the spare.
And he did.
Good job. Okay.
Oh, that's a tough
That was a
break.
killer. Boy, that was a great shot. So now, ladies and gentlemen,
It just...
5 pins. He's down 5. So he's either got to mark and hope that Robbie doesn't, or double and hope that Robbie doesn't double. Robbie basically has to match whatever Greg does to win. But he's had the better look on lane 17 right now. Oh, that got away from him. Oh, horrible.
No.
4 count. That's actually a 4 count.
That's a strange 4 count. Throw a strike ball here and hope you get lucky. That's not going to work.
Nope.
Man.
So 4 count, 146. Wow.
That's incredible. It happens. Gee.
Oh, what a sin. That was... You don't...
No, you don't. It's over.
Absolutely. Robbie comes back with a huge ball. So unfortunately, that ends Greg's day, but he's going to come in 4th place with $367.
Robbie Tafoya moves on. And I'll tell you something. You get through that first game like he did, and the way he did, you can start marching.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He won't be as nervous the next game as he was this one.
Yeah, he's got that out of it.
And I think his nerves crept in the middle of the game.
He's just thrown 2 great shots there.
I think he was calm when he started, and like the 5th, 6th, 7th, I think it kicked in maybe the reality.
Maybe.
I think he's back now. Another good shot. A little high, but
it's okay.
His speed's better.
173, shoots 225 with handicap, beats Greg Strayer 225, 195. Now Robbie's going to go up against Frank Santorelli of Longmont for our semifinal match. And we'll see that in just a minute. We'll be back. You're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour at Cold Creek Lanes, Colorado Sports TV. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. This is our semifinal match. Nicholas Sorsa and Nolan Carruthers here at Cold Creek Lanes in Lafayette, Colorado. And we have Robbie Tafoya, a newcomer, winning his first finals match. Now he's up against our second-seeded player, Frank Santorelli of Longmont. Frank has had an incredible run here this weekend. He absolutely destroyed the place yesterday, shooting 209 over. And then shooting 105 over in the semis this afternoon. The thing I wanted to tell you about Frank was, and we know he's coming back from a little
Heart issue.
Yeah. But I saw him slow down and roll the ball, and his carry percentage just went through the ceiling, of course. But watch this.
There it is right there.
See? He's letting the ball do the work, which he really hasn't been doing prior to that.
Yeah.
So the light bulb finally went on.
Frank's been around.
Oh, yeah.
He's not worried.
And hard and straight with a spare ball.
Didn't hurt
Piece
it.
of cake.
Didn't hurt it a bit, Frank. Jody's down here holding her breath. He got it, Jody. She can't hear me. That's probably good.
Almost had to call 911 for Jody.
That still could happen.
Frank's retired from IBM. Italian businessman.
I like that.
Ooh, nice shot.
Like
wow.
that.
That was a great shot.
Off his hand.
Yep, absolutely.
I called that in the second step.
I think he's getting this figured out.
No, I think he's. I think he got through that grind.
Yep.
And I think he's getting it.
His last 3-4 shots have been very good.
You didn't pick a click to tick or whatever we call it.
Oh, yes, I did. I picked Frank.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, and you picked, of course, you picked Davies.
Absolutely.
Number 1 seed, you
Hey,
dog, 50% chance.
It just happens. It just happens. I also picked the Colonel a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Waddy. And where are my chicken certificates?
That's right. I got him in my briefcase.
Oh, the big 4. Get 2.
Yeah, what no one's talking about. Jim Waddy, who actually barely finished 4 finals matches, but he set a record for having the lowest scratch score and win in the finals with us, with shooting 94, but still winning.
Climbed the ladder.
And then climbs the ladder, wins the tournament. He sends me 3 because we started calling him the Colonel, which I thought was awesome. So what does he do? He goes out, buys 3 $25 Kentucky Fried Chicken gift certificates for you, me, and Dennis Glover. And I was laughing like heck. He thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
Just don't forget to pay me. And his last, I'll never forget his field ball, he took out the 10-pin. He was out of gas. He was done.
He was done, yeah.
He needed a wheelchair that last shot. And he won it.
Yeah, him and Esther celebrating their anniversary this weekend up in Blackhawk. Oh, he pulled it badly.
He might have. Yeah, he's all right.
Very lucky to leave the 136.
Well, happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. Waddy.
Yeah.
What casino are they at? I might go up there and see him.
I don't know if they're still, well, if they're still there, he's having a hell of a weekend.
Not like you.
Yeah, right. Ameristar.
I might have to head up there. Tell him you didn't pay me my $25. Send me to a buffet.
No, I know the Ameristar was going to treat him to dinner at the Timberline Grill. Great steakhouse in that hotel and casino. Great food there.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then he can't wait because Friday starts Rockies baseball here in Denver.
You
They'll
excited?
be their home opener.
I'm excited.
I am excited.
I hope spring eternal.
Oh, always.
And I'll tell you what, I'm liking these guys.
Just hope they avoid these crazy injuries that they've been going through.
Brooklyn?
Get lucky.
No. Oh,
okay.
solid 9.
Yeah, just leaves a 9.
I
know they open with Arizona tomorrow. And then our home opener here is Friday, but I'm
San Diego.
San Diego,
Yeah.
okay.
Is that an afternoon or a night game?
I believe it's a night game.
I might have to miss bowling.
Okay.
We're not going to win it anyway. He missed that.
Oh, no, Frank.
Jody just went out the side door. She's like, Frank, I can cover that.
I can't take this no more. Well, the funny part was the second game of qualifying. Of course, Frank and his lovely wife Jody are bowling, and Frank shoots 250, but Jody shoots 255. And that torqued him off. And then he goes 250, 284.
Take that.
Yeah, take that, Jody. Yeah.
Where's your game now? You like it?
Well, Robbie, just a little high.
2-4.
2-4. Yep.
I am excited for baseball.
Yeah. That's when, to me, that's when spring starts.
Oh, absolutely.
Opening day.
Absolutely.
Well, you got 3 games today.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll catch the 6:30 game tonight.
This guy's calmed down, Nick.
Yes, he has. Very focused. Very nice. Very good to see.
Got through that rough stretch halfway through that first game.
Yep.
Where he was fast.
Yep.
Reminds me of somebody I know. You.
Oh, yeah, right.
Today my speed was good.
Your speed was good today.
I was.
But you do have a tendency to get on your horse and get to the line a week
Spur
before your
that
ball.
baby.
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yep.
Oh, 2-7. I was talking to Daryl Stone one day, and I was doing all of the what you leave backwards, and I had him so convinced. I said, yeah, I left the 7-2, and he went, what? I said, or the 10-8, or whatever it was.
Oh, God.
I had him going, and then he started doing it to me. I said, well, what'd you do? And he said, well, I left the 10-5, and I'm like, what the? You can't even comprehend that.
Ooh, look at this.
That's
Just a little too much at the end.
I don't want to do this now because our friends in California would be irritated as hell.
All right, so Robbie opens. He's got 51 in the fourth. Frank with a mark can take a 14-pin lead scratch, which would give him a 2-pin lead.
Thank you.
Did she just give him the Maloika? The Sicilian killer?
Taking care of me.
Pulls that off.
You going to give him a minute here, Nick, to run that machine?
No, he doesn't need to. He just needed to get
Pull
through
it out of
13
there?
and 14 for the leg. Yeah, I just want to pull it back.
I don't think he's
We'll get his attention.
with a club. Nice shot.
Have him pull the lane machine back so he doesn't have to see it.
We have a league that just fired up.
Yep.
It's getting noisy in here. There you go.
Ah, boy.
Further than that.
It's all right.
Is that all right
Yeah,
there?
that's fine. Okay, we're within 2 pins.
My phone rings. Jody Santarelli sees a name. She wants to know who it is. I have to answer to her now.
Wow. You just
She's going to call her back.
Of course. She wants all the dirt. That's what it is. All right,
Oh, my
Frank throws a
God.
crossover, but leaves a 10, but he now has, I believe, a 1-pin lead. actually with this spare. Oh, will it hold? Yes. All right. All right, so he's got 64 in the fourth with a spare in the fifth. Robbie 51 in the fourth with an open. So Robbie still has the lead here. Great shot. That was a great shot. We got ourselves a close match now.
Yes, we do. The last 3 weeks have been
They've been that way.
very entertaining.
Now we're down to a 5-pin game here, or 5-frame game. Pin apart. Great shot. Robbie comes back with a big double to extend his lead, or actually get his lead back. 9 pins.
I'd love to see a new bowler come in, do what he did, and then win a game, and now you're in it.
Yeah.
And there's a hook in your jaw that's not going to let you out for life. You're hooked.
You are hooked. That's right. Don't even need any bait.
You can't even explain the feeling.
Uh-oh.
Left. Boom.
Wow. All right. Frank is actually down 9.
Strike here, he's
Strike
up
here,
1.
he's up 1. Yep.
It's in a good spot. They're both. This is
Yeah.
It's a good match.
Yeah, it's a good match.
Somebody brought me a drink.
No.
What was that?
That must be exotic. Must be one of those exotic drinks. Did you get
There's
an
no-
umbrella with it?
There's no umbrella. That's
Oops.
trouble.
Come on. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what we talked
2-8-10.
about. 2-8-10.
Yeah, you did talk about that.
Leak it a little bit right, and it just won't quite make it back.
You hope to kick the 8 out. At least you have
Yeah,
a
at least
shot
you have
at
a
this
shot,
thing, you
yeah.
know? You ever picked the 2-8? Well, you
Once.
would.
I made it once. The hard way. The insane way.
That'll get 2 of them. Ooh.
I went for the 2 and threw hard and straight at it, and I barely hit the 2-pin on the inside. It goes to the wall, hits the 8, takes
Slides
the 8 out,
it over.
slides over to the 10. Chris Nichols was on the floor. He couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
And you still can't believe it.
I was just going for 2.
You ever picked the big 4 up?
No, my wife has.
She
At
did?
Celebrity Sports Center. Yeah.
That's too fast. Oh, tried to come backwards.
I did pick up the Greek Church in Wheat Ridge last year.
Going for 2 or 3?
I went for 3 just for count.
Okay.
I was on a double.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at double 5. I went, well,
That's
let
6.
me just
Yeah.
get the 3 and get out of here. And throw it over and got a little bit of pin count off the wall and kicked them all out. Guys are coming over high-fiving.
You didn't even watch it.
Yeah, I saw
Oh,
it.
you saw it.
But I couldn't believe it. I didn't
So
expect it.
you would have picked the big 4 up.
Yeah, but
There you
of
go.
course, you know how that works.
So nobody cares about the Greek church. So
I
why
do.
Well, you do, but the big 4 is a big deal. So congratulations. I've never picked the big 4 up. I've never picked the Greek church up. I've never picked the 7-10 up.
Yeah, I've done them all.
The 4.
Except
You
for the
picked the
big 4.
7-10 up?
Yeah, the Illich's. Yeah,
You're such a dog.
yeah, long time ago.
Going for the 10 or
Nope,
the 7?
going for the 7 just for count.
Nice shot.
That was a great shot. Great
That
shot.
was a great shot.
Awesome.
He changed balls.
Did he?
Yes.
That's a great move. Great move.
That rolled up nice.
Sure did.
I picked the 4-6 up once. Brought the 4 off the curtain,
Right.
bounced it back, and took the 6.
Wow.
But you think about all the bowling we do, and you
Oh.
can remember picking up one thing
Once. Yeah. One time.
Go left. There you go.
Did it again. Well, he's lined up.
Stay there, Frank.
Yeah, don't change a thing, buddy. Yeah, exactly. So look at this.
Don't apologize.
Both bowlers on strikes in the 8th. Frank is down 21. So he's got it. He's got to throw this one.
Yes, he does. Well, it's not do or die, but Frank needs to chill. He's missing a 10 pin. He's so focused he didn't even notice.
And we need Clyde to wake up so he can see.
Maybe he didn't want to leave the 10. He was going to. You know what? If I'm ever up in the 10 pins, I'm firing fast. I leave so many 10s at Holiday. I was bowling Monday night league at Holiday. I don't know how many 10s I left. We pop bowled afterwards, and Cody Vaughn and Brian Lentwine, a bunch of them were pop bowling down on the about 7 lanes left of us. I started leaving 10 pins, and I called Cody down to shoot my 10 pins for me left-handed. I said, I'm tired of shooting him. Come on. So he would shoot them.
Oh,
he didn't cover any of them. Yeah, Cody, you suck left-handed. You're not bad right-handed.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I like that shot.
Boom, hold. Ooh. Couldn't get the 4 out. That was a pretty good shot. Just came up a little high. He needed that one. Now he needs major help from above here.
He does need a little help.
And unfortunately, I picked the click is not looking good at this point. All right.
Well, that'll work.
Okay.
Well, he needs a little help for sure.
Oh, yeah. Best he can do is 180. And he needs serious help from Robbie here.
He needs him.
Robbie throws this one, you can pretty much chalk it.
He needs him to open.
Yeah.
And a low pin count.
Yes. Now we're missing 2 pins on 17.
I like it. Oh, I
What
like
a great
that.
shot. That just about wraps it up.
It's over. I'm calling this puppy right now. Robbie Tafoya moves to the championship.
Yep. He's going to beat Frank Santarelli, who had a tremendous weekend. But Frank, 3rd place today, $585. That was a great, great weekend.
Robbie's going to have his hands full with
your
Mr.
pick to
Davies,
click, with Mr.
my
Davies,
pick
yeah.
to click. And I don't know that Greg Davies knows the deal. But if I pick him to click and he clicks, dinner's on him. I don't care if it's at the noodle factory over
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
here. I got that coming, and I'm not sharing it. That'll feed me for 5 days.
Oh, you're going to get that $5 lunch
Every day.
Every day.
Monday through Friday. I'll mix it up a little. I'm not doing the same thing every day.
I don't know what it is, but I have always loved the original.
Me too.
I was never a big fan of the extra crispy.
Nope.
But you give me a bucket or a barrel of original, and I'm man.
You want a whole barrel?
Oh yeah, I'm going for it. You know, I don't care about the biscuits. I don't care about the mashed potatoes. Just give.
About what he just did. He's back here giving Jody a massage. You know what? She's like, Frank, no.
Try.
Nice try. Came in 3rd, buddy.
117, including you.
Well, nice shot. You on that?
Yes, I do, and
I
I like the
love it.
fact that he's not heaving the ball.
Not now.
Now he's rolling it. Meanwhile, Greg Davies to our
down there
right
pounding
is just
the hell out
pounding
of it.
pockets.
But that's there,
Oh yeah,
not here.
we know all about that. He's now moved in his pocket,
Yeah,
looking for more.
I'm telling you. That's perfect. Brooklyn.
Oh, okay, so 185 for Robbie Tafoya, 237 with handicap, and he's going to defeat Frank Santarelli. My pick to click. Best Frank can do at handicap here is 220, so Robbie's going to advance into our championship match against Greg Davies out of Inglewood.
Don't feel too bad about missing your pick to click because I picked Oklahoma.
Oof.
They lost by 190.
Like, what? Might as well.
Hey, I bet on them.
Do you realize that they scored more points in the second half than Oklahoma scored the whole game?
Yes.
That's 6%.
They just implode. They were horrible.
Yeah. And Buddy held him to 9 points.
Yeah,
That's major.
Yeah.
How do you hold a guy
don't know.
like that to 9 points?
Good ball player. Flight 267. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. Nice shot,
Great
Frank.
finish. All
The
right.
bowling gods just called you back.
168 and 40, 208. So Frank Santorelli is going to go home in third place, $585. And when we come back, we'll have our championship match, Robbie Tafoya against Greg Davies. And you're watching the Amateur Bowlers Tour here at Cold Creek Lanes in Lafayette, Colorado. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's championship match time. Nicholas Source and Carruthers here at Cold Creek, Lafayette. Robbie Tafoya of Denver, a newcomer to our club, only his second singles tournament. Nolan taking on veteran Greg Davies out of Englewood, and Greg is elected to lead the match. Gentlemen are going to shake hands, and we're going to begin. He's going to have to spot Robbie 30 pins.
That's a lot.
And he better get out of the gate quick because Robbie is settled in and throwing the ball very nicely.
He's totally settled in.
He really has.
So we have here, this is interesting to me. We have Mr. Obama. We have Mr. Obama going against Robbie Taffy Tafoya in the championship. And Robbie mentioned nicknames. So, you know, I sat here and I thought, a nickname. So we have Taffy Tafoya going against Obama.
Barack Davies.
The Barack Davies Obama. My pick to click.
Oh, my God.
My pick to click. And if he does win, I think he should get a shirt that says Hardy Obama Davies Jr.
Oh, my God.
It's showtime.
Yes, it is. And Greg is another one that had a great look all week.
That's high.
And flush.
Man.
Great start. Well, here we go.
That was high flush. I liked it.
Greg Davies, Bullen Center guy. Used to do everything at Broadway. Do you remember that?
Yes, he did. He even was a bartender.
Yeah, he was.
I like it. High. 4-7.
And then once they closed Broadway and Greg didn't get a chance to move on with the new company, he's now working for CarMax. And loving it. Hope people
That's not going to work.
No. All right. Robbie's open. But again, he has 30 pins to play with.
And he has to remind himself of that.
Yeah, yes, he does.
He's still ahead. I kind of like that name, Taffy Tafoya. That's awesome. If I ever have a kid, no, I'm done having kids. That's, God, you can get rich off of that. Taffy Tafoya.
All right, little white believes a 1-3.
He's fast again, Nick.
Yeah.
When he tenses up a little, he gets fast.
But he shouldn't be. He's got $970 in his pocket. And a 30-pin handicap advantage. So.
And you'd like to tell yourself that, but you know in your mind you're bowling for the title.
Of course.
That'll work.
That and the fact that years ago his dad won one.
Yeah, he wants to.
So now he wants one
to
too.
Talk a little smack.
Oh yeah, no doubt. All right, so spare in a second for Robbie. Greg can start chopping into this handicap here with another strike. Both Greg, his mom Rose, and his dad DJ have all won ABT titles over the years.
He rolled that nice. I like that shot.
And a great shot.
Just
wow. That's too many shots.
He has a soft hand.
Yes, he does. Yes. And if you notice, he's setting the ball down early, and he's getting the ball to skid and go longer.
Yes.
And when that ball finishes, it's got a lot of energy.
He's going to be tough to beat. He's lined up on both of them. And he's bowled good all day.
He has. He really has. Oh, we can get Chad. Oops.
Oh, he dropped.
Will he get lucky?
Yes, he did. And I'll tell you what.
That was a Nolan right there.
What? I can't carry anything.
Wow.
Come on. I would make a shot that bad.
And if you did, you wouldn't have carried it.
That was horrible. I can't carry the pocket.
All right, Robbie, get back on track here.
That's trouble.
That's going to be late.
He's opened up that shoulder. He's fast again.
1-3-6. Now he knows he's in for a...
Wow.
Wow.
Somebody puts the heat on you like that,
Sure.
it changes there. That's the only defense you have is offense.
Yes. Ooh, that looks much better. Hold. There we go. All right, good shot.
Just settle down.
Yep. Those 30 pins are already bye-bye.
They're gone.
Yep. Now he's got to regroup and grind out.
Whenever I'm in the finals, I like my goal in the finals is start fast. And I focus and I really try to have that attitude. You can't do that though. You know what I mean? It's hard to just have that.
Yeah, it is.
Flip a switch anytime.
Yeah.
That's high.
Maybe.
I don't.
Ooh, mixer! Couldn't get it to carry. All right, leaves a 6. He threw that with a little bit less speed and got a little bit better ball reaction at the back, but it just didn't quite make it up all the way.
You're basically scratch from here on out, so cover this and move on.
Yeah, just cover it and move on. A lot of game left.
Things can happen.
Yeah, because Murphy could show up at any moment.
That Murphy's a son of a gun. That's what he is. That'll work.
Very nice. All right, good shot for Rob. All right, so 44 and a third with a spare.
That Murphy gives me a headache.
You know, it's nice when you have your own pro shop guy behind you. You know what I mean?
You got a guy going back there punching a new ball out.
Yeah, he's probably going to ask for a percentage. You know, that ain't going to happen.
We're talking about Chad Lucci. Because we want to.
Chad, I don't know if I want to move to Vegas.
Yeah,
Lucci.
Chad doesn't know if he wants to move anywhere. He says he might want to. I think it's about money.
Of course it's about money. It's all about money.
Everything's about money.
Sure. Okay.
Oh, I like that. Oh, man.
Couldn't get the mixer to go.
It just didn't snap, did it?
Yeah.
That one did not snap.
That was Chad's fault.
Yeah, blame Chad.
Yeah, I would. All right. So 3-bagger, 5-pin, and nobody's got their hand up. Do you believe this?
I'm in.
Okay.
This is money. Why my hand up?
I don't know.
I look like an idiot.
Okay.
Well, no, there's people behind the counter with theirs. No.
Got even our producer, Scott Sledges, is open for a happy hour special.
No, there's not a doubt in my mind he's going to cover it. I bailed. He's my pick. He's my pick.
That's right. Why would you vote against your pick?
I didn't. I bailed. So while we were in between matches, I made a comment to Mike about something a week ago about, I don't know if I want to go there. Anyway, the people down here to my far right told me I need to go to Google hillbilly.com. That I might find somebody.
Oh, no. You're right. We're not going there.
We'll leave it right there.
Yeah, we are not going there.
That's a good shot.
Nice. What a great shot.
That was a great shot.
He is so lined up right now.
He's a little off on the right side. The left side, he's smoking it.
What a great way to come out of the gate. 3-bagger spare strike.
Absolutely. Robbie needs to settle down.
Yep.
Right now, just slow down just a little bit. Catch your breath.
Yep. I like
bad.
it. Hold.
9.
Ooh. Leaves a solid 8.
That's not right.
Whoa. Wow. That was a good shot.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
He's got a tiger by the tail right now.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that when the guy took me out of the sweepers. I'd have shot at a big payday.
Yeah,
he ruined it.
Bigger. Yeah.
Big. No. Hey, I made about $300.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled. That'll work.
Yep. That's a nice, easy spare, right? All right, Robbie, after that first frame open, has spared his next 4 shots. So he's 73 in the fifth with a spare, or 63 in the fourth with a spare.
Olivia, your orders are ready.
Washington out.
It's Michael Strahan. It's Michael Strahan.
Oh, I'm getting beat up by so many people right now. I don't know what I'm going to. I'm going to have to bail on this gig. Brooklyn.
Hold.
Go Brooklyn.
There we
you
go.
Go.
All right.
I'll be Taffy Tafoya, Brooklyn. Now you're getting picked on.
Wow.
I don't know what you did.
Why would he pick on the guy that's going to pay him?
Guilty by association. You're in trouble, Nick. I don't know what you did.
I just think it's the people that hang around us. I really do.
Yeah, it's not good. We need to move this club to. Let's move this club to Salida.
Oh, yeah.
We'll draw some entries there.
Oh, yeah. With that, is that center still open?
Yeah.
How big is it?
12
8?
lanes.
12 lanes?
12.
Oh, we'll just have to run
Wood.
squads all week.
Wood lanes have been there since 46.
Wow.
Brooklyn.
Ooh, 5-6 on a light runaway.
That right lane's giving him trouble.
Yeah.
He's not letting it go the same either.
No.
He's doubting that right side.
Again, he's on a strike, so he wants to make sure of at least one. So let's see if Mr. Davies goes 2 left with his feet and see if he can make this.
You would go 2 here?
Yep.
I'd go 3.
Okay.
We don't know what he did. Not going to work.
No, not enough. All right. So he's got 127 in the sixth.
Bill, your orders ready at the
Open. Robbie Tafoya. Again, you got to remember, he's got 30 pins to play with.
We're basically right now scratch.
And he can jump ahead with a double.
Yes, he can.
Because he,
I think he's done beautiful.
I think he's done great. I really do.
You think about your second tournament, you're in the championship. And I would rather be the 3 seed than the 1 seed in that situation.
Oh, yeah, all day.
That's high, and it crushed.
High but carried. He has struck, he has absolutely crushed
The left
lane
side.
17 every shot. The sad part is he's going to finish on 18.
And they chose that.
Yes.
And I didn't see the warm-up. I don't know what he saw. But
Well, he's got strike spare open
right.
on lane 18.
But why did he make that choice? In warm-up, did he see 18
Well-
is better?
Now, I think in Greg's case, he wants to
2-4.
jump ahead of a new player and put the heat on him right away.
It's not a bad idea.
No.
This is a big shot right here.
Sure. Well, he already escaped one hurdle by Robbie not doubling on him.
This
So
is,
now he's going to see if he can make this spare here.
he's
He
missed
pulled it
it.
badly. Well, okay.
Now the tide is turning.
Yep.
He
Now
needs to
we're-
make a shot right
Are you
here.
ready for this? We are dead tie
Yes.
with 3 frames to go. Stepniak just woke up.
Go back to sleep, Joe. Give Trump a call. Tell him you're behind him. I like that.
Great
That's a
shot.
nice shot.
He came back and threw a great
I'll
shot.
tell you what. I like this guy's his moxie.
Yep.
He's
I do too.
held in there. He hasn't.
He's thrown a couple bad shots,
Yeah,
but when he's
that's
had to
all
make a
right.
shot, he's stepped up and thrown. I mean, just a great shot. And again, they were tied with 3 frames to go, and he says, okay, here we go, guys. I'm starting out with a strike. Come get me. Of course,
Yeah.
Greg can take a 10-pin lead here because I don't give him a double.
And this right lane has been his nemesis.
Oh, and this is key. If he can carry this one, he's going to get up on lane 9, and you know he's going to
Yes.
jack that one. So he needs to get this one. Gave it a little more
I
room.
like that.
Ooh, and he just couldn't
didn't
carry it in 10.
snap.
Yep.
A flat 10. 10.
Yep. He liked it when he let it go. Thought he made the right adjustment. Now the ball goes back to Robbie's court all of a sudden. Because not only now does Hardy have to spare here, he's got to get up in the ninth frame on lane 17 and jack that one and give himself a chance because Robbie's on a strike. So this is going to seesaw back and forth like you wouldn't believe.
I love this. It's good stuff. That'll work.
No, won't. Nope.
No.
Ball speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ball speed. Critical mistake.
At a critical time.
Yep. So now he has to punch. He's got no choice.
Boy, oh
Best
boy.
he can do. Best he can do now is 2:15 and 22. 2:37.
Boy. He's got to shake that off right now.
He does.
And this left lane's his buddy. And he's finishing on the lane that's not.
Yep. But he's got to start with one, and this is the one he's got to have. Otherwise, it's just about over.
It's a good shot.
Mix it. Oh, and he couldn't get to 7.
Now,
Now the best he can do is 205, I believe. Plus 22. 227. And if Robbie just goes spare out, say he goes 37-57, he's at 09. So Robbie's still got to mark one of the next 2 frames.
Right.
If
he covers this.
If Greg
and
can
fills.
Make this spare and strike out. So there's still a lot of bowling left here.
Covered it.
All right. Okay.
Finishing on the right on 18, which he hasn't been thrilled with.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see what Robbie can do. A strike here will just about coast him into it, but he needs a mark in one of the last 2 frames minimum.
Tell you what, just something about this guy he made the shot. There
Awesome.
it is.
What a great ball.
That was in a crucial time. I'm calling it.
That's going to give him a $180 minimum with 52, 237.
I don't want to do this to my pick to click, but Robbie Taffy Tafoya. I'm calling this baby.
That was 2 great shots.
At the time,
to have him.
I just
Wow.
his first time. I'm impressed.
First time in the finals and only his second tournament. That's going to go.
Oh,
That's okay.
it's not the end of the world at all.
Damage was done.
That's
So even if he gets one, it's 154 and 9, 163.
I already called
Gives him
it.
215, but it's not over.
No, it's not. It's just this right lane is.
Come on, make it. Oh.
This right lane.
All right, here we go, folks. It's all up to Greg Davies. Robbie gave him the slightest
Very
chance.
slight.
He must double minimum.
We could have a tie here.
And yes, we could have a tie.
Double 8.
Let's see. If he goes 75, 03.
Has to have this one on a lane that's not worked out for him. So
Uh-oh.
Robbie
Where are we
Taffy
at?
Tafoya is our champion.
Well, hold on. Let's see what we're dealing with here. This is going to be close. Okay, well, I was on a spare, so now the best he can do is 191. Yep, it's over.
Yeah.
213. It's best he can do. Robbie's going to be our winner in a finals match. It just went back and forth, back and forth. Both bowlers opening in the 10th frame or it appears as though both boys can open in the 10th frame.
There's some emotions right now running with Robbie Tafoya.
Sure. Greg's going to give
He's
it a
gonna
great
cover
shot.
it.
And a
Nice
great
shot.
shot. But unfortunately,
No, it's too late.
best he can do is 191 and 22. 213. He's going to be 2 pins short. Robbie Tafoya is our new ABT champion.
I love, this is so, my pick to click didn't make it, but you have a new champion, somebody that's second time ever bowling this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It
really
is.
and he won 3 finals matches.
It's what it's about.
Yep.
And he had a stretch in the middle of that first game, and there's that right lane just didn't work
Yeah,
for
just ate him up.
Davies at all.
So 190 and 22. Greg Davies is going to shoot 212, and he's going to fall 3 pins short. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, we've had 4 great matches today, but
Yes, we have.
with a tiebreaker, we got Liggs coming in behind us wanting the ball real bad, but I'll tell you what, we'll have to get together with Robbie at a later date, but I'll tell you what,
congratulations.
he's great.
Absolutely, both
So,
beautiful.
Next week, Brunswick Zone Wheat Ridge on the Cheetah. Don't forget to come out. First place, almost $2,200. For Nolan Carruthers, I'm Nick Lasorsa from Coal Creek Lanes in Lafayette. Have a great week.
Bye-bye, everybody.